Sugar Sims, and you're listening to Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. Remember the 7th of 2021, and the topic is what is true. As you guys can see, I'm in Studio B today, so you know what I'm saying. It's worked out for me to be in my little studio this morning. Um, but regardless of that, I'm still praying that things will be better in regards to the live recording. So again, thank you all for listening and watching and pushing to you all that watch me. I'm praying. There's no issue. But I guess I'll see after this thing records. But anyway, whatever is true, y'all is true. Let's go to juice because be honest with you all. One, you all may notice that running a little bit later than usual, and for the most part, that happens because either which up to late today, or it happens because I'm like going but really thinking about things, and I don't know what to if that makes any sense. So yeah, after I did meditation this morning, the word out to me during the print was the word true. First stood out to me, and that was the that I looked up in regards to verses this morning. But I don't know, maybe because I had things on my mind, and everything, and it just was so many different things that I just was like, Lord, like, how do you want me to deal with this? Should I talk about this? One Z. And once I calmed my mind back down again, I just was, well, what do you want me to talk about? And then truth began, and I was like, Lord. And so, I mean, I ended up lots verses and what I did not situation, or I don't share in this situation. But eventually I did I focused on defining truth, because I defined it, write it down, and I ended up again because I was like gotta send the truth. So I looked it up again, and then that led me to look up true, the word true, and so I definition down. That says that's in accordant with fact or reality. Also says accurate or acts. So yeah, in accordance with factality. I thought that was interesting when I came across it. Almost felt like about like facts versus opinions or something. I don't know. That came into my mind. Maybe that's for later. I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna share the verses to me, because I looked up. I believe I ended up true, and then just started to feel. I felt comfortable with the bull verses. I started to write them. These are that I wrote down that I wrote to share. So Philippians 4:8. Finally, brother, whatever is true. Whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. So I mean, one all beautiful and great. Like, I mean, obviously I stay there, right? I want to focus things. I want to focus true, and all those things that was just listed in this verse. Now I'm gonna be honest and say that the world's not like that, right? The world is not like that. That we're surrounded all evil people, evil things, and everything. I will say one thing that has been on my heart and mind is I tune in to her live. I know the past couple of she they are really trying to wrap people, just whoever who claims to be followers, whatever the case is. They're trying to rally these people together for these marches. There are some that are scheduled. I've shared social media. but there are some that are started for 11th, and 12th, and all over scheduled in Atlanta here as well. So if that's something you want to go to, check you know either Alley social media, or if you can find it on we have shared it there as well, information. But yeah, check those things out, and again, position to do that. By all means, for that cause. I guess I share that to say that I can acknowledge that life, unfortunately, doesn't seem to go this route, right? It doesn't seem to allow us to focus on, um, well, how can I say it? It's not that it doesn't allow it, because it's your choice at the end of the day. It's your choice at the end of the day. What you're going to focus on, right? Are you going to focus on the evil, or are you going to focus on what the word tells us to focus on, which is the truth, and then all those other things? So, and then sometimes the truth is evil. So, that's something too, because again, when we talk about Allie and the whole human trafficking issue and all those different things, it's like, unfortunately, that is a truth that she has witnessed, right? And so she can stand and say, hey, I witnessed this horrible, horrific thing going on. And it's evil, so yeah, that doesn't change, right? The fact or reality that is happening. I guess on the flip side, for me, and what I try to find balance with this whole situation, is that, what does the Bible tell us to do about evil, right? What does the Bible tell us to do about these things? That's probably a whole nother juice by itself to go deeper on that idea of figuring that out if you don't know what the word says to do about those things. But regardless, today, if you can, right, choose to focus on what Philippians 4:8 says, right? So moving on to 1 Corinthians 2:14, it says, the natural person does not accept the things of the Spirit of God, for they are folly to him, and he is not able to understand them because they are spiritually discerned. So again, right, what I'm seeing here is what I was just talking about. This idea of focusing on the natural, right? Focusing on the evils, or focusing on the things of this world. So when you hear somebody like me or your pastor or somebody, right? If anybody that reads the Bible and starts talking about what the Bible says we should do, again, maybe about evil or whatever, it sounds crazy to you because you want to focus on what's right there in front of you, right? You don't want to think with a spiritual mind. And again, that's what I'm trying to find balance within myself as well, because I'm like, hey, yeah, I can easily get mad about the things that go on in this life, right? I can get mad about the things that I don't like about anything, right? But what am I supposed to do as a believer, right? What am I supposed to do as a follower of Christ? What am I supposed to do as a Bible believing person? So yeah, we got to find that balance. Like it tells us clearly here what the natural person does versus what the spiritual minded person does. And so, yeah, and again, the things that seem crazy to us, right here in the natural, oh, that seems crazy to trust God. That seems straight crazy to have faith. That seems crazy to, allow God to do the vengeance and do all the things that the word says that he's going to do and whatnot, and to trust that. Like that sounds crazy to people that are, I guess, again, more carnally minded or natural minded, or however you want to say. So I don't know. These are just things that stood out to me this morning. Again, we can go deeper with this and stuff. I think I probably should go deeper with this if I remember to do it tomorrow. We'll see what the Lord do. But yeah, what are we supposed to do as believers? That I think we need to answer that question for ourselves. But let's go deeper with that, y'all. Now, 1 Peter 2:11, it says, "Beloved, I Wait. It looks like I wrote wise, y'all, but that is not the word. Ugh, goodness. I will something. Okay, I don't know what the word is, so my apologies. Beloved, I something you as sojourners and exiles to abstain from the passions of the flesh, which wage war against your soul. Yeah, man. Again, it's like we talk about the same thing here. Again, and then again, y'all, to God be the glory for this, because, like I said, when I started to write down the verses, I literally was I'm just going to write down the verses that stand out to me, and that's all. So it's not that I planned this out or anything. So the fact that they're fitting so well together is crazy and blowing my mind. Even without me remembering what that word says. But anyway, y'all can read 1 Peter 2:11 for yourself to get the whole thing. But basically, it's saying that, to abstain from the passions of the flesh, right? Which wage war against your soul. Again, this life is a constant battle of flesh versus spirit. What we supposed to do, what we versus what we do. Constant battle. I mean, obviously I've shared about it in my book about my personal experiences and whatnot. With it, again, it's an everyday thing. Even with me just sharing about already the things I've shared about today, it's that whole flesh versus spirit conversation. But it tells us clearly what to do here. It says abstain from those passions, y'all. Abstain from those passions. So again, it's your choice at the end of the day to do what that first verse that I shared says. It's your choice to think on those things, what is true, honorable, all those different things, rather than right and leaning on God and not leaning on our own understanding and everything like that, even if we seem crazy to others, right? Why, right? Why? Because again, when it comes to this war between the flesh and the spirit, this is what it tells us to do. So, hey, I'm just sharing, y'all. I am just sharing these things on today. I hope that this encourages you and inspires you wherever you are in your life, whatever you're dealing with, and everything like that. I mean, that's the juice, y'all. I don't got too much more to add to that. Again, I would just say let's go deeper about this idea of what we should do as believers concerning the issues of this world and concerning, just all these things. And, there are more verses that you all can go deeper with. Take a look at it in the go deeper section. But the Bible verse of today is Romans 5, 3 and 5. Or excuse me, 3 through 5. It says, and not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope, and hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, which is given unto us. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Facebook, YouTube, man, thank you all so much for tuning in on today. I hope that this encourages you and inspires you. Like I said, it must have been divine, because Lord knows my mind was all over the place. And I just was like, Lord, what do you want me to say? What do you want to talk about? And then eventually, once this idea of focusing on what is true, resonated with me, I just wrote down the verses that stood out. And again, it's amazing how all those things fit together, including the Bible verse of the day, which y'all know I don't look at until after I do everything. I don't even look at it or write it down until after I do that. That's usually how I do it. So, again, to God be the glory for all things. Something cool happened yesterday. Well, I want to shout it out because I'm most likely we're going to share it on our social media as well. I did share it in our stories on Instagram yesterday, but I'll just let y'all know here, those of y'all that watch, that the cultivation period, as well as the juice, both my journal and the book. Well, I got one right here. So both of my books, these two books, the juice and the cultivation period, a single Christian journey, both of these just got its first celebrity shout out yesterday, I don't know if you would say endorsement, shout out. Either way, these were shared on Amara La Negra's stories yesterday. She shared these. I got a screenshot, so we'll be sharing that on social media probably sometime today. But that happened yesterday. So, thank you to Amara La Negra. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. So sorry. Thank you to Amara La Negra for sharing it. I hope that if she decides to use them or whatever case is, that they, and bless her and encourage her on her journey, and anybody that decides to get these books or, get the journal or read my journey and my story or anything, listen to this, like whatever you guys do with this content, I hope that it encourages you and inspires you at the end of the day, and it helps you, again in your journey, your life, your walk. Because again, back in the day, especially when I was single and everything like that, I felt as if I didn't have content, right? To there were things, but I just felt like relevant, real, transparent content, Christian content. So yeah, I appreciate that shout out and everything like that. Thank you to you and as well. Thank you for commenting and whatnot. Yeah, I know about the technical difficulties. I keep trying to try new things every day to remedy this. So today I had it change one setting on the microphone. So we'll see. We'll see if that helped or not. I will take a look at it after I get done. But in the event that this does not work or was not clear, then you guys can listen to the recording on GodSaysToLove.com. You can listen to the recording in the podcast section. I will be putting that up momentarily. So, but that's all, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow if the Lord's will. And yeah, y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.